Over the past 3 or 4 years, we had seen startups and businesses decline. And so now there is this renewed optimism. They're coming back. They think they're, President Trump, when he was campaigning, then a candidate, talked about tax reform, talked about regulatory reform. And so when he was elected, that optimism really did flow through, and you saw many more startups again. And so and it's part of what I want to do at SBA. I want to continue to revitalize that spirit of entrepreneurship, and you can feel it. It's palpable. I'm talking to small businesses.
The confidence soared, but now we need to see things actually happen. And I know regulation has started to be rolled back. That's something the White House can do without help from Congress. But when it gets to things like tax reform, it's a little stickier. Actually getting these things through, we're seeing that kind of process take place. Do you have a timeline on what you expect for any of these things? And how would you say an importance level, regulation versus tax reform? How much of these things matter? What's going to be the real issue?
Well, I think the immediate relief in terms of my talking with small businesses really around the country is regulatory reform. The tax reform is going to be great, especially if it goes through with the 15%, and that can be passed through to sub-S corps, LLCs. That's going to be terrific. But immediately, the regulatory reform rollback really does help small businesses. It's not necessarily any particular reform or any particular regulation. It's just the stacks and piles of regulations that they have to comply with. A small business owner is typically the CEO, but could also be the janitor. So you're trying to get everything done and wear that hat, and it's really difficult then to comply with all of the regulations. And that really does suppress business.
Are you seeing the actual hiring amongst small businesses and lending, taking out loans? Are you seeing that increase? I mean, it's one thing to have these animal spirits out there, and it's another thing to actually see it result in something. And already we know in the first quarter, commercial industrial loans lending was down. And so we didn't really see it in the numbers necessarily.
Well, SBA's loan portfolio is up about 9.5% right now.
So that's quarter?
Over last year. Over last year, same time. So that's a really good indicator for us that we are having more and more small business owners come and talk to SBA, seek their loans. But SBA does things other than guarantee loans. I think it's as important. It's the counseling and the mentoring, government contracting, and then SBA also as part of disaster relief. So the tornadoes and the floods and everything that come through, that's a division of SBA as well. So it's a big to-do.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.